So you remember in the EFT training, we very briefly went over the concept of energy meridians in the body that is used in Chinese medicine. Well, the Japanese also have a traditional healing system that uses an energy meridian system of the body for healing. And like EFT and tapping, this technique also uses pressure to stimulate the energy meridians, but focusing on the fingers and thumb. This is just one technique from the ancient Japanese healing practice called Jin Shin Jyutsu and was rediscovered and cultivated in the early 1900s by a Japanese healer who was looking for ways to deal with his own severe health problems. Now, this is a very simple, very quick acting technique, and research with 159 cancer patients at the University of Kentucky Markey Cancer Center has showed that patients who were taught to use Jin Shin Jyutsu experienced significant improvement in the areas of pain, stress, and nausea with the very first session, as well as in sessions later on. Furthermore, the Cancer Center found that those patients whose pain and nausea scores improved the most were the patients who used it the most. Again, taking a deep dive into the energy meridian system of the body as practiced by Chinese and Japanese medicine goes way beyond the scope of this training. And while Western medicine doesn't have a model for such an energy system in the body, in Chinese and Japanese medicine, these techniques are considered standard practice. Again, Jin Shin Jyutsu has many processes, but the one I want to show you is a very simple finger holding technique. So in Jin Shin Jyutsu, each finger represents one of the 5 key negative emotional categories. So the thumb is related to anxiety, nervousness, and worry. The index finger is related to fear. The middle finger is related to anger, resentment, rage, as well as fatigue. The ring finger is related to depression and sadness, and the pinky finger is related to stress and self-esteem issues. And by applying pressure to stimulate these energy meridians in the fingers and thumb, you help unblock the stuck emotional energy and you can release it all. All you do is hold the thumb or the finger with the opposite hand. And it doesn't matter which hand, you can switch whichever you'd like to do. But wrapping the fingers and thumb of the opposite hand around the finger. And I said over and over again, awareness is key. So once you're aware that you're feeling anxious, you're upset, just grab a hold of your thumb. Be tight, but don't hurt yourself. Sort of like, when you cross the street with a little kid, be firm, but don't hurt the kid. So eventually, you might even start feeling a little pulse there. That's all right. But just, again, be comfortable, be safe. And as you're doing this technique, remember to breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth to aid in releasing that emotion. So, do this holding technique, whichever finger you're working with, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. You can hold it for 20 minutes if you'd like. And then check in once again, do the rating system, measure yourself, and keep repeating till you feel at 0. Now, it's interesting that in Jin Shin Jyutsu that the thumb is related to worry because we see little kids sucking their thumb. It's interesting that when you're driving down the street, you get angry at somebody or somebody's angry at you, they give you the middle finger when they're enraged. And so, again, these systems work. They may be thousands of years old, but they work amazingly well. So if you're feeling upset, give yourself a rating, 0 to 10. Where do you feel it? Maybe a 5, maybe a 6, maybe a 7. Focusing on that feeling state, just hold the finger, You may feel a few different emotions. If you're feeling panicked, just hold the fingers like this. You can put it in your lap. I'm just showing you for the camera. But if you're feeling both anxiety and fear, just, grip your thumb and index fingers. Whatever works for you. You could do this if feeling a little bit anxious getting on an airplane. Just hold your fingers and breathe in deeply. 9 out of 10 times this will stop it. And the beauty of this technique, it's easy to hide and use discreetly. EFT, you tap it on the top of your head. That's odd to do in the middle of a meeting or the grocery store. This, you can just hold your fingers. Hold your fingers. So just give it a try the next time you feel anxious or worried or afraid or overwhelmed or anxious. And now there's a 6th point that you can make use of, and it's in the center of the hand. And it's related to happiness. It also helps calm the mind. So with the opposite hand, you can press in. You can use all your fingers and press in. You just press in with your thumb, press in with your fingers. Just press in with the center of the palm for just a couple of minutes. Try this technique out. Practice every day to stay calm and reestablish the balance within yourself. See how you feel. This technique is astonishingly simple. It's an amazing, simple, and easy way to use acupressure.